What is up, man? Happy Monday to y'all. Hope y'all having a good time. Now, y'all see the title of the video, man. It's how to avoid confrontations. Now, personally, I wanted to make this video because, I pay a lot of attention to the chat during the story time comments. During the story time with YS Eats, and a lot of the comments, bro, I can differentiate that there's a younger audience. Is a big portion of the younger audience that watch me, and there's a good portion of older audiences that watch me. And a lot of the comments during story times are kind of crazy, but it just shows the mental understanding of certain people, some of my audiences, and personally, bro, I want everybody that watches me to have the right information, to have the right understanding, and basically be in tune with what's really going on. Now, when it comes to confrontations, bro, I used to get in confrontations all the time, family. I'm not gonna lie to y'all. I'm talking about all the time. I used to get in confrontations. Growing up, I got in confrontations that some of them led to physical altercations. Some of them were just crazy, just dumb confrontations, so forth and so on, bro. But what is a confrontation to me, bro? Confrontation to me, bro, is a verbal disagreement or verbal argument. Now, the result of that, from my perspective, for guys, is fighting. Cause I don't know what other guys be thinking transpires from a verbal confrontation or whatever. I don't know how it transpires for women or what the limit is, but it's like, as a guy, if you and another guy, a random stranger, are arguing, the escalation level for that confrontation is quick, bro. That literally escalates off of words, profanity, name calling. Like if you go somewhere and a random dude you don't know say you are a B, you are a H, you are a, yo, what's up, Mr. Mason? You are a whatever he says, bro. You don't know this guy. The limit for escalation for that confrontation is literally a fuse, bro. So I'm saying this from a guy's perspective. Y'all really gotta understand how to really avoid confrontations, because there is no two guys that are literally gonna sit there and argue for 5 minutes that don't know each other. They're gonna fight. You know what I'm saying? You might be in line. I'm gonna give y'all a scenario so y'all can get what I'm really saying, bro. Let's say I go to the Target, bro. I'm shopping in the Target. Me and the dude in the Target get in a disagreement about something, maybe a spot in line. We start kind of getting loud. He calls me a B, and I say, man, F you. You're a PUSSY. At that point, it's no longer a confrontation because words have been exchanged. The next step is fighting. And this is important because people don't know how to avoid confrontations. Now, let's go back to the scenario I just explained to y'all, right? I'm back at the Target. Me and the guy get in a disagreement, boom. We exchange words, things kind of get heated in the exchange of words. Why am I still at the Target? That's the first question. Because that Target right there is not the only Target in the world. You get what I mean? Now, the line's pretty long. The reason I'm giving y'all this scenario is because this is the first step to avoiding confrontations. Most of the time, you go somewhere, you and a random stranger get into it, you don't even leave that environment, bro. You dead. You still dead. You still dead. And this is like the pride portion, the ego portion, or whatever portion of the human nature, factor or whatever. Like, you can't be in an environment no longer because things have become negative. There's a lot of negative energy, and this is scientific proven fact that, bro, whatever energy that has just occurred that you are literally thinking about, it grows stronger and just continues to manifest. No cap. So that means if something bad happened to you, think about that bad stuff, you're just gonna start seeing a lot of like bad stuff transpire in your day. So If I'm at the Target, me and this guy cussing each other out like you a B, you a H, you a P, U S is Y in front of all the customers, and the next level would be fighting. It's like, yo, bro, I got no reason to still be at the Target. I need to leave the Target. I could leave the Target and go to a different Target, bro. Most people don't do that because they feel defeated or they feel like they got punked. You know what I mean? Most people don't never leave, bro. And then it results in fighting. You dig what I'm saying? And that's not how you avoid confrontations, because that's called engagement. Bro, if you go somewhere, you and a random person argue, you a guy. You gotta think, how long are you gonna argue with this guy before y'all start throwing fists at each other? All it takes is a few words. You a B, you a H, you a P, U S S Y. Now you feel like you've been violated. You know what I mean? You've been violated. And most time people engage confrontations, which results in fighting because they think they're fighting for respect. They think they're fighting for respect, bro. There is no such thing as fighting for respect from the public. There's none. Respect comes from within yourself. So it's like, imagine you are out there and I'm in the Target, me and this man yelling at each other, looking stupid, looking crazy. In my mind, I'm thinking like, yo, I'm trying to get respect out of this. At the end of the day, everybody in the stores is looking like, yo, what's up with these two guys? They're weirdos. They're not even thinking on the level of respect 9 times out of 10. Because think about it, when you go out there, you see two people screaming, respect don't come to your mind. You like, yo, why they yelling? What's going on? You know what I'm saying? You looking like, why are these two guys or two people yelling? What could they be yelling about? You never say, oh man, this must be a battle for respect. You never say that, bruh. Bro, think about it. I want y'all really go in your minds. You go to a restaurant right now, you see people screaming at the restaurant, they throwing food. Do the first thing that come to your mind is this is a battle for respect. This is a battle for respect. You don't think about that, bro. You literally look and say, yo, what's going on with these people? Why are they yelling? What's happening over there? He said they're black. Usually, but I'm just saying that man just said some crazy stuff. But you never think, oh, this is a battle for respect. So now you being an individual in the confrontation, you're not really getting any respect from the public, bro. You're not. You're just putting yourself in a situation that results in fighting. Most people don't have the courage to walk away from a situation because they feel like they got punked. They feel like they got defeated. At the end of the day, why stay in a negative environment that something just transpired in that could become serious? You feel what I'm saying? Like, I done had situations, bro. I go play pickup, bro. I'm playing pickup at the LA Fitness. We playing basketball. Dudes want to squabble over basketball. We hit a hoop. At the end of the day, why am I squabbling these random guys over basketball? We just got to dip, bro. Because it's nothing we gain from these confrontations. You gain nothing from any confrontation. Once you realize that, you start realizing like, nah, it ain't even worth going back and forth with this person. It ain't even worth being here still. Because you go to the gym, you get into it with somebody at the gym, you still trying to work out. Why are you still trying to work out in an environment that the person you just got into it with is still there? You think that person is just gonna now immediately forget what y'all just said to each other? Nah, that stuff is brewing. It's brewing. It's literally a fire just growing, and it's like all it takes for you to look at them funny one more time, and now y'all back at it. You feel me? Now you guys are back at it, bro. You feel me? So why stay in that environment? But it's the pride. It's the pride to where you don't want to leave. Like, it's been times we go to the gym, dudes want to squabble, we argue, we still here staying trying to hoop. How important is the game we trying to play? It's not that important, bro. It's really not that important. The game we trying to play is not that important compared to what could transpire from what happened. You dig what I'm saying? And This is what I had to realize when I got older, because bro, it was a lot of times I'm finna argue with you back and forth. You say I'm this, I'm gonna say you that. The next step is we squabbling, and it's a lot of situations involving confrontation leading to fighting that led to something else that could have been a lot more. But in order for me to avoid that, I couldn't engage in those conversations. It was a lot of situations, bro. I should have walked away. I'm not gonna lie. And I didn't have the courage to walk away because I feel like, yo, I'll be a punk if I walk away. If I walk away, I look soft. I look sweet. I look sweet to who? The random strangers, the random strangers that's around that literally don't even know me, don't even know who I am. They don't even care about me. If I get knocked out right now, they're gonna record me. They're gonna put the phone on me and say, world star. These are the random strangers I gotta prove something to. And you really gotta ask yourself, bro, because 9 times out of 10, you go out there, you get into it with a random person. You are literally around random people, and you feel like you gotta gain some type of respect. But bro, respect starts with yourself, bro. How well do you respect yourself to conduct yourself in public? How well do you respect yourself to look at yourself and look like, man, I look like a buffoon arguing with a random person in public? Because that's what you look like, a buffoon. If me and you walk to the restaurant, I'm telling you, people arguing in a restaurant, we're going to look at them like they're buffoons. We go to the airport, we see people arguing at the airport, we're going to look at them like they're buffoons. We're not going to say, hey, this right here, this is a battle for respect. And whoever wins, they have the most respect. No, nobody's gonna say that. You gonna be like, yo, man, why they yelling like that, man? What's up with them? Why they yelling right now? Yo, we in the airport. We in a restaurant. That's the first thought coming in your mind. The next thought is you want captured whoever gets beat up. I'm not capping. Everybody in the chat, it don't matter what you say, that's facts, bro. You know what I'm saying? That's facts. You literally are gonna be saying, yo, these guys are idiots. Why they yelling right now? Yo, they annoying. Next thing you do is you pulling out your phone, you trying to capture the final punch, the finale, and you trying to post that. Cause what I'm saying is already online. So many fights online, bro. Nobody was like, oh, congratulations, you get the most respect, bro. The only time you get respect is you fighting in the ring. You fighting in the ring. They put your hand up. They say, shout out to YS Eats. He took the match today. You know what I mean? I might get some money. After I leave, they give me the mic. They say, so how was the fight, YS Eats? Was your opponent tough or what? They don't do that in public. Nobody cares. So it's like, dang, you fighting for no reason. Nobody cares, bro. You know, exactly. Shout out to Hakeem. He said nobody gives my respect. I am respect. Exactly. Respect yourself to know, hey, I'm too intelligent enough to argue with somebody in public over something stupid. I don't need to know this guy. Respect yourself to look and realize, like, nah, I'm making a fool out of myself in public, yelling, screaming at this other person. Respect yourself enough to understand, like, look, I'm a guy. If I get into a disagreement with a random guy who I don't know, it's only a few words that can be said, then we got to fight. So I respect myself enough not to even engage in the confrontation to fight for free. Because you guys be fighting for free. Y'all ain't getting no respect from the public. You just getting a video. That's it. In the video, nobody cares. They just want to see chaos. So who's coming with the most chaos? And it's not about respect. The only time you get respect, bro, like I said, you fight in the ring. People will come and literally congratulate you, broski. Like, hey, congratulations. You was phenomenal out there. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to Shabab Khan. You was phenomenal out there. You did your thing. You performed. This is the only time you're getting respect is you fighting in the ring. When you fighting in public, nobody cares, bro. The only thing they want is a viral clip. Let me capture this fight real quick. I done been at the gas station. I pull up to get gas. I'm telling you how I mentally think. I'm finna get gas. There's a bunch of ruckus outside. I'm like, man, these dudes is idiots, bro. I'm trying to get gas. Next thing I know, somebody running up with a stick and all that. I'm trying to capture that. That's a viral clip. I ain't thinking, oh, the guy with the stick, he gets my respect. I'm not thinking that at all. If you're thinking that, you're different. Because the way I just told you I was thinking is how everybody's thinking. When you see a fight about to go down, the only time you might have got respect is in elementary school, like middle school. They be like, yeah, you beat up Timmy. Yeah, you beat up Timmy after school. You beat up Timmy. You beat up Timmy, man. You beat up Timmy. And you like, yeah, I beat up Timmy. Bruh, in the real world as an adult, bro, nobody cares. You gonna lose your life thinking you about to get respect. You gonna end up in a serious fight thinking you about to get respect. Nobody's giving you nothing but a clip. They putting you on world star, like that's it. So the first step in avoiding confrontations, bro, is you gotta assess the confrontation. If it's a serious heated confrontation, you gotta leave the environment. You have to leave the environment. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna be live later too for rant. You have to leave the environment. That's the first step. I had a situation with my little bro. You know what I mean? My little bro used to go hoop because I done had this happen to me. He go hoop at his spot. He outnumbered. He said dudes was with four of his friends and they got in a disagreement. When he called me, he's still at the gym. You know what I tell him? I said, bro, get out the gym right now. And when he get out the gym, I say, you call me back. He said, get out the gym, call me. I said, bro, anytime you ever get in a situation with a person at a location and it gets heated to the point where y'all say y'all about to fight and it's not that serious of a situation, do or die that you got to fight, you leave the environment, bro. You know what I'm saying? Because I don't want you thinking you have to stay there to prove anything to people that don't matter. These are random people. This is a conversation I had with my little bro. You know what I mean? Because I care about a young boy. I want him to be slick, smooth out here. You got to assess some situation. You in an environment where you don't know if these dudes got guns in the backpack. You don't know nothing. You can't go off of emotion and be so gung-ho about getting this respect that you want from random people who barely know you. These random people barely know you. They don't care about you. Shout out to Jack VRTTY, you know what I mean? They barely know you. They don't care about you. They don't know nothing. They don't care about respecting you. You're like a random person. When you go out there, access the confrontation. If it's serious and it's heated, you gotta leave. And you might be like, man, I don't want to leave because, you know, I'm not sweet. I'm not soft. Like, I'm not going to let nobody punk me from leaving the store or whatever. And it's like, bro, you're tripping. It's nobody's punking you. If you leave, you're literally escaping the negativity that's literally brewing in the environment. Because, bro, if me and you in the same store, I ain't going to lie. You call me a hoe of bees and all that, and you get me hot to the point I'm offended. I might want to box you when we get out. I might want to just stole on you. You feel me? Like, especially if you still in there grilling me, because it's like things it's too much tension, bro. It's too much tension. And why be in there with all that tension and friction when you could literally dip, bro? It ain't like the place you going is the only place. That location is the only location. Really think about what I'm saying, because a lot of people, bro, they don't have this mentality, bro. They had somebody who obviously, you know, might disrespect you in public or whatever. Now you going back and forth with them. Boom. Now y'all getting heated. Boom. Now somebody might intervene and be like, hey, it's okay, calm down, guys. And you still there. But I ain't gonna lie, I don't wanna be there if we just got in an argument. I'm trying to dip. I could come there another time. Most people don't want to leave because they think they look sweet. Nah, you don't look sweet. You look smart. You look like somebody that's in control of the situation. Cause you just left this person with all that negative energy, bro. You feel what I'm saying? Now when you engage in them, you don't know what's going to transpire. You could literally punch them in the temple and they pass one time. Yo, the markers are down. What's up? They could literally sock you in your nose and you get brain damage. You know what I'm saying? You don't know what's about to transpire if you stand in that environment, but you already know the result is going to be negative because it's already a negative environment, bro. Like you go to a family event, right? This is important. This is everywhere. You get into a disagreement with your cousin, but then it gets serious to the point y'all almost want to fight. Granny come break it up. Bro, you need to leave. You feel me? FedEx, that's facts. You need to leave that family event because shout out to FedEx for the statement. FedEx TV. He said bad energy seeks out good energy. That is a fact. So when you exchange, let's say I got bad energy and FedEx got good energy, and I see him come in the store and we get it, I just want to get on him and he exchanges with me. Now transmutation is happening. Transmutation is like the flow of energy, bro. So I got good FedEx got good energy, but the negative energy is flowing because I brought FedEx down to my level to argue with me to go back and forth. Now somebody could come and intervene, like, yo, FedEx, yo, YS, chill, chill, chill. It's not that serious. Y'all in the stove. Then we cool out. But the issue is, bro, I've been having this bad energy and I'm still seeing FedEx TV in the store, bro. Something's brewing inside. All it takes is for him to probably look at me one time and we back at it. I'm ready to go now. So when you're in those type of environments, dog, you gotta leave. You can't stay there. It's been times me and somebody screaming back and forth, bruh. Back and forth, and I'm posted in there still, but I'm posted in there on like, yo, I'm waiting for them to get out this joint. What's up? I ain't going. You know what I'm saying? And that's the wrong mentality, because what's next? Ain't no more arguing after that. What's next? Ain't no ball. Bro, it's a time I went to the Chipotle, bro. This is a prime example of what I'm telling y'all right now. Bro, the Chipotle line is so long out the gate. I'm there for a DoorDash order, you heard? Now they got workers, it's like by college town, but some of the workers is good, some of them is horrible, bro. So there was a beautiful girl working there. She was on the front line. So you had this cornball, light-skinned dude in her ear trying to talk to her the whole time, bro. But she's literally not paying attention to this dude. But he's somebody that's like supposed to be efficient and help the line get faster so you can get to the cashier. So he's throwing me off. So I'm literally watching this in line the whole time, bro. So when I get up, I'm like, I'm just here to pick an order. But he said something to me this in like a confrontational way or something. So my stuff was like this, man. Yo, I said this. I said, bro, at the end of the day, you not getting her anyways, bro. You need to focus on working. That's all we need you to do. I already broke step one right there. I engaged. So when I engage, he get mad because, bro, Shorty wasn't paying him no mind, bro. This girl was a baddie. And it was other dudes there that probably she was feeling more than this dude. I'm talking about dude in her ear like this. I remember it was a cop in there. This is what really blew me. The cop was in there. She's like, he told her, he's like, yeah, that cop right there, he knows me. He knows me from when I was younger. I was kind of bad. And it's just corny, bro. She's not buying none of that, bro. She not caring. She wasn't even listening to this guy. So he's saying that, and I'm like, yo, bro, I got this DoorDash order, but he got mad because he felt like I was interrupting his game. And he like, oh yeah, you just got to wait because we busy or something. And I'm like, I've been in line though, bro. Can you just check on the order? And he get upset. So I'm like, bro, Shorty right here not feeling none of your game anyways, bro. You need to focus on work. I'm gonna keep it a player with you. So then he get mad. When he get mad, he started getting his voice. I'm like, yo, bro, I ain't trying to argue with you. I just want to get the DoorDash order. He's like, matter of fact, let me get the manager. So, bro, the manager come. He's another cornball. He's like, what? I don't like how you talk to my employee. And I'm like, yo, bro, your employee is making the line go slow because he's so worried about getting this girl's number or whatever he's trying to do. She's literally ignoring him the whole time. Shorty didn't say anything opposite to what I was saying. She didn't even say, no, that's not true. She understood what I was saying because I'm sure bro was in her ear the whole shift. When I was in line watching it, he was talking to her the whole time. Like, bro, make people's burritos, bro. Put on their veggies, bro. Put on the fajita sauce. Put on the mild sauce for them, bro. Get the cheese. Wrap that joint up. Get them to cashiers. Mad people in line. So engaging with bro and telling him, bro, just focus on your work. He get mad. The manager come. Now he's trying to get buck. And he like, yo, bro, don't be talking to my employees all crazy. I'm like, yo, bro, I ain't talking to your employees all crazy. He's just a cornball, bro. So when I say he a cornball, he like, man, fuck you, bro. I'm the manager of the store for your DoorDash order. So I'm like, man, you too, bro. You and this cornball employee, bro. Shorty ain't gonna choose up on them anyways. So now we going back at it now. Bro, the line thick. Everybody looking. I'm arguing with this guy. And he like, bro, you gonna have to fight all of us. The manager like, you gotta fight all of us. So I'm looking like, nah, I'm tweaking, gang. When he say that, I realized I was tweaking because I'm door dashing. I'm supposed to be making bread right now. I let this goofy in line literally make me not even get the order. You feel what I'm saying? Then I got the manager coming saying I gotta fight him, dude, and whoever else gonna ride with him over Chipotle. Why am I even in this situation? So I'm like, man, you know what? Cancel that order. You know what I mean? All y'all, you know what I mean? And I walked out of there. Did I lose anything? Nah. Now, if I would have fought, dude, I a lot of stuff could have happened in that situation, bro. I'm dolly, but I'm not really dolly. So it's a matter of, do I wild out or do I just be smart? You know what I'm saying? Like when I say wild out, you know what I'm saying when I wild out. It's 4-on-1, not really. It's 4 on me and my friend, but a situation like that over a one order. That's how small the stuff y'all allow for confrontations to transpire to be over. It be so minuscule, bro. Like nothing. Something stupid. That was a stupid confrontation I just explained to y'all, bruh. But it was a prime example of me engaging, staying there to argue with him, argue with the manager, and whoever else was gonna come. Cause after bro kind of like talked to me in a disrespectful manner when I asked about my order, bro, and I had been in line already, I should have dogged him. I should have been like, all right, bro, just cancel that order. I'm gonna just cancel this order. And I should have been out of there. You feel me? That would have stopped everything from transpiring because I could see Buddy wouldn't even focus on working. You feel what I'm saying? I could see that in line. Buddy focused on the girl that's right next to him. She's just trying to do her job. He in her ear the whole time. She not even laughing, looking at him. Cause you know when you work in Chipotle line, y'all right by each other. You know what I'm saying? So at the end of the day, bro, I was ready to risk it all over a Chipotle order. I don't know what would have happened from that situation. The manager was talking like he had that stick on him. I'm looking like I got that stick on me. If it's 4-for-4, we gotta play stick for stick. But I'm like a militant thinker, bro. So it's like if I assess a situation and I'm about to attack the situation, it's like, bro, I'm gonna always be 10 steps ahead of you. Or I try to be 10 steps ahead of you, or at least 2 or 3. So if you say you got 4 people trying to fight me, I might dip. Have y'all follow me outside. That's called the okie doke. You know what I'm saying? You think y'all got the upper hand. I'm having y'all chase me down, but I'm really trying to get y'all away from everybody else to get busy. You feel me? So that's what would have had to transpire if we fighting 4v1. It wasn't nothing else that could transpire. So leaving that Chipotle was the best situation. I was supposed to be making money. I'm over here about to fight over somebody's order that don't even care about what's happening right now. They just want to get their burrito or bowl or whatever it was. You feel me? And that wasn't the only Chipotle. I could have canceled that order, got another order at a different Chipotle in the city, bro. But I tell y'all these things because a lot of the times, bro, the things people be ready to like risk getting respect over or not looking soft over, 9 times out of 10 don't even be worth it. It don't even be serious. It don't even be a situation that's like, oh, let's crash out over it. It don't even be worth it, bruh. And there's a lot of situations, bruh, that's like that. Somebody might do that to you over a parking spot, bro. You go to an event, you wait in the park, somebody come slide in the parking spot. Even though you could go find somewhere else to park, you just don't want to do that because you feel soft, you feel sweet. You feel like they punked you, so you get out and then you like, yo, Yo, that's my spot, B. What's up? And they like, oh, I'm here already. I'm already parked. What you gonna do about it? Now it's up. Now, now y'all about to fight. Bro, y'all about to fight over a parking spot, gang. A parking spot, but in the moment, you not thinking it's so silly. I'm being a being. You not thinking it's silly. You thinking like, nah, this guy disrespected me, bro. They trying to step on me, bro. They trying to violate me, dog. Like, what? I gotta go to war with this person right now over this spot. I gotta go war with them over a parking spot. This ain't the only parking spot in a lot. It's just the one you wanted. But so what if somebody took it? Be faster next time. You know what I mean? You not gonna think like that though. You gonna think I gotta get out. I gotta establish dominance over this parking spot. If I don't do that, I'm losing points in life. Like that's how you gonna think. You're not gonna think, man, dang, I should have slid in before Buddy did. You gonna think you got punked, and that's gonna lead to a confrontation, and the confrontation leads to what's next, fighting. Cause I'm giving it to y'all from a male's perspective. Males, you not gonna be arguing with no random male you don't know that's not your friend or family for more than 2-3 minutes, bro, without things getting hot. You not. You things gonna get hot quick. You not talking to your brother, your cousin, your friend. This is a random stranger, bro. Y'all are gonna be really saying words to each other. Those words, they might pierce some flesh. Now you ready to Bruce Banner. You ready to go dumb over nothing. You ready to go dumb over nothing. And it's a lot of people that's in jail right now. What I'm telling you right now, in prison right now, that their life was over a small confrontation. Exactly, Eric, don't talk to strangers. But that's hard for people to understand when they feel like they gotta fight for respect. That's hard for them to understand. That what Eric C just said is a prime example of what to do when you see a confrontation. Don't talk to strangers, bro. At the end of the day, bro, I've been in a situation when I improve where somebody said something crazy to me, and it's like I just gotta like ignore them, bro. Like it's hard to have to ignore a person. I remember we work at the airport. You feel me? And I had a manager told me in front of the whole. Now I was ready to fight him for real, but I couldn't ignore him. But this is a prime example right here. Now this manager is not somebody I'm talked to, been cool with nothing. He's just a new manager in a new zone. So we go work out on the plane, bro. When you work at the airport, I ain't gonna lie to you. Some of the equipment is like ancient, bro. Anybody that's work at the airport, they know for a fact some of the equipment is ancient. So there's something called a pushback. On the pushback is that's how when y'all board the plane, they close the gate, they say, we're about to take off. Please fasten your seatbelt. All cellular devices on airplane mode. You know what I mean? What's happening during that time is the plane is getting pushed back by one of those Polaris. It's like a long Polaris slingshot jump, like a car. So it has a device that locks on to the wheels of the plane, broski, that kind of pushes the plane back to like a certain point of takeoff to where the pilot can just, take off from on the runway. So that's what's happening when they're saying all that on the intercom. So we doing the push pop, gang. It's me and another agent on the front wheels because we got to detach that at a certain point in time. All this stuff is time for the flight to depart at a specific time. Same thing with arrival. That's why it takes so long to take off when you're sitting there, and it takes so long to get off when you arrive. So when we doing that on the pushback thing was a little bit old, so sometimes it gets stuck. So it's raining, bro. So the jump was wet. It wasn't trying to come on lock, but we finally get on lock. But it's not even over a minute. It's like a tenth of a second, bro. So we leave. When we walking back, this manager, he talking to me. He's like, yeah, we can't have that stuff happen, but it's me and another employee. So, bro, I'm a guy, I don't really like to argue, bro. So if you're popping your stuff, I'm gonna let you get your rocks off. What does that mean? That mean like, yo, you're in a position of authority. You obviously had the position to supervise. If you feel like I made a mistake, I'm gonna let you say that to me, bro. And I'm like, yeah, I got you. I understand. Simple. I say that I got you. I understand, bro. We go back in the zone. We back in the zone. Something's wrong with this man. He keep talking about the same situation, bro. He's like, oh yeah, a lot of the agents, they need to understand that protocol is protocol, this and that, but he's not talking to the other RAM agent that was with me on that pushback, bro. It's both of us couldn't get the thing undone, fam. It wasn't just one side, you heard? This is a locking device that clamps like this to the wheel, so we both couldn't get it undone. But he's steady still talking to me, and obviously in that moment I should have just got up, fam, and went out the zone and cool out until the next flight. But I'm looking like, man, I'm not trying to hear none of this, bro. I already let dude get his rocks off. I let him scold me in a sense or whatever, because he's the supervisor. It's over with now, bro. We here in the zone. You shouldn't be talking about that. So when he's still talking about it, I kind of ignore him. I'm like, man, he bugging. So I'm about to put headphones on. When I'm about to put my headphones on, he like, don't take your headphones on. You need to effing listen. So I'm like, what? I need to effing listen. So now I'm hot. This man talked to me like his son, but bro, the zone mad quiet, you heard? When he say this shit. So I'm like, man, shut up. You know what I mean? Take the vest off, bro. I'll show you something right now. How many times you gotta say the same thing over and over? Is you speaking a different language? Cause bro, like you get me mad, son. I wanna let you have it, bro. You want the guy you want, or you want the chill guy? But this guy kept pushing the issue, but I knew that though. So it's like I should have been dipped out the zone. But now it's like, nah, I'm finna engage with him. I'm on that. So I'm like, yo, take your vest off right now. Bro, I stand up. I'm like, yo, take your vest off right now, homie. Everybody think I'm playing. I'm walking up there, bro. I'm like, take your vest off, because he had a supervisor vest. I'm like, take that shit off right now. Come outside, bro. You talking to me like I'm your son. I'm not your son. You done said this to me 4 or 5 times. I ain't gonna lie, I was being disrespectful because he was Asian. And I'm like, man, you speaking Chinese, dog? I heard you in English the first time. Like, you want to get disrespectful. Now I'm going to limits. The sky's the, but this is what transpires between two men. This is how it's gonna go. It's only a few words can get said for the temperature rise. When the temperature rise, now it's next level. So I'm ready to fight this supervisor. I don't even care about working at the airport right now. I'm ready to beat him down. You tell me I need to shut the F up. Bro, I let you say whatever you need to say. No disrespect to you. The moment's over, man. It was like 5 minutes ago. You still talking about something from 5 minutes ago? I'm about to put my headphones on to ignore you, fam. Nah, you don't want me to do that, all right? Take your vest off. You know what I mean? Shut your ass up, bro. I'm cussing him out in front of everybody. Now he quiet. I'm like, don't be quiet. Let's go outside, bro. If you don't want to go outside, bro, when we get outside, it's on. We not gonna do it in here, but when we get outside, it's on. He ended up calling like the main office. But he called the main office. But the reason I'm telling you that is like, bro, I should have left the zone immediately when we got back in there, and I seen. I'm gonna take him out. Y'all. When we got back in there, and I seen he was still like kind of like negative, angry about something that happened 5 minutes ago, bro. I should have left. But I was ready to throw away my whole job. The airport job, I like that job. That's why I got to go to Cali. That's why I went to New York for that, because of that job. So I'm about to throw all that away for this one person. So when bro called the office, guess what he was trying to get me do? Send home. Literally terminated. You know what I mean? So he did all of that to get me to where he wanted me to get. Upset, be looking like a angry Bruce Banner type guy in front of everybody in the zone, which I did look like. And basically, he tried to get me sent home early. So when I go to the main office, I ain't gonna lie, bro, they rock with me at the main office. I'm talking to the main manager. That's my homie, Norris. He done came and personally talked to me, shared laugh and everything. I'm like, yo, man, this man is disrespectful. The moment I say that, you know what he says? He said, you're 100% right, YS. This guy has got into 5 altercations. My man's got into 5 altercations with mad and ramp agents that week. And they're all men. And they was all escalated to the same level that me and him was finna get on. You feel me? But Knowing that, if I would have known, bro has got into 7 altercations, I wouldn't even talk to that guy, bro. Cause it's obvious what he's doing. So I don't know what number I was. I could have been the 5th or 7th, but he had literally got into 6 or 7 altercation with a lot of different ramp agents the same week, bro. And I had this person got me so upset, ready to fight him at work. I'm not trying to listen to nobody in here. He had to get me sent to the office. When I go to the office, Norris like, yo, bro, you good. I ain't even gonna send you home. We just gonna take you to a different zone. Cause I was in zone 9. So boom, I'm in zone 5 all of a sudden working. I'm on a ramp, he mugging me though. The whole time because he thought I was gonna get sent home, but it's like he thought he won because he got me to engage. Because bro, imagine you talking to a worker, right? And you said, "Look, we gotta be on top of this and this that," and the worker said, "I understand, I got you. You feel me? Of course, bro. I believe in God. You know what I mean?" And the worker said, "I got you. I understand. You're right." Boom, y'all going sad. You would think that there's no pushback whatsoever, bro. Cause that's my vibe. It's like, yeah, man, you right. I got you, bro. There's nothing wrong with saying, bro, you right. But it's like that's not what he wanted to hear. He wanted the pushback before we even got inside the zone. But it wasn't there. So when we get in the zone, I should have known, like, dang, this man's still talking about the same stuff, same stuff, same stuff, same stuff. I should have just got up out the zone, bro. But as a human, I'm just like, man, I'm gonna try to ignore him. This what a lot of you guys do when you are out there in the confrontation is transpired. You talking about you gonna try to ignore the person that literally has that negative energy. You can't because they're gonna literally push the subject, bro. They're gonna push the subject every time because they have that energy inside that's just growing stronger and stronger, stronger while you're still around in that presence. And I don't know the manager. I my first time working with him personally. Maybe he just was a negative guy. You know what I'm saying? Maybe he just was on a vendetta to what he just wanted a bunch of people fired, and he knew, look, I get in a confrontation with them, it gets physical, termination. He almost got me there. You know what I'm saying? So some of the people you get in confrontations with, they got certain plans for you. You just don't even know what their plans are. You just go engage and you fall into the trap, bro. You fall into the trap. In that moment, I ain't gonna lie. After the moment, I felt dumb. I felt like, dang, my man got me to act like I was on the block, and you know what I mean. It got me to act like I was on the block. Nah. Only I was really finna fight him at work, bro. I'm not a guy that's gonna flex my move. It's like this, bro. If I'm about to fight you, I'm about to fight you, bro. If I win, I win. If I lose, I lose. I'm not thinking about nothing else. All I'm thinking about is inflicting damage. You feel me? I'm not thinking like, oh my God, he's the manager. He knows kung fu, bro. I'm not thinking none of that, bro. I'm just go mode. So that was the moment I was in, bro. I'm cussing him out. I'm walking up on him. They getting in between us. You know what I'm saying? I'm telling him, come outside, man. Bring your whole ass outside. I'm talking to him like he like a kid at the corner store, like wilding. And it's like, dang, this man won. He won. If I would have put my hands on bro, he would have won. I would have been out the job. I would have got fired the same day. He probably would have went and pressed charges. Cause even him telling somebody you need to shut the F up, he knows the consequence of saying that, bro. Do you get what I'm saying? Like if somebody comes up to you and says, hey, you's a B, man, F you. They know the consequence of saying that to you, especially if they don't know you. Do you get what I'm saying? It's like a play. You gotta see the play. But if you don't see the play, you get so mad. Like I got mad. I'm like, bruiser, better. At the airport, gang. Like, I'm bugging. I should have saw his play. Cause when I put this on my life, right here in the guy. When I went in the office, the main manager said, you're 100% right. All I said was, man, he's disrespectful, man. He talks to people in a disrespectful manner, and it's like, that's not gonna be tolerated. When I say that, the manager say, you're 100% right. He's been in confrontations all this week where he's disrespected several employees, and that is what they said. We're gonna have a talk with him. So I should have seen the play, bro. It was an obvious play. He like, okay, yeah, the pushback situation was very minor. He used that to try to talk to me, but I didn't give him the energy he wanted when we was outside. Boom. We came inside. I'm still vibing, cool, bro. I'm not shook up. I'm not upset, frustrated, nothing. He's still bringing that up, but he's only directly mentioning me, saying my name. Why yes, why yes. And it's like, yo, bro, it's two people. It's like four people on the flights. It's two in the front. Why are you steady mentioning my name? So it's like he's trying to get me to take the bait. And at this time, he's not using profanity. He's just nagging. But then when he says I need to shut the f up, it's like he said it like in a certain way to where I'm like, yo, bro, I heard you the first time. That's what I said. I heard you when we was outside. You told me that you don't gotta say the same thing again. And he's like, man, you can and listen. And I'm like, whoa, when he say that, bro, it was like, it's go time. You feel me? But it was like, in that moment, he got me. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, in that moment, he got me. And this is how people are gonna get you when you outside, bro. When you go somewhere and somebody they see you and they gotta play like, all right, I'm gonna disrespect this person. I want to get them to get in a confrontation with me. Whatever else they want to happen next, I don't really know what they be thinking, but that's how they come, bro. That's how they come. They gotta play. They gonna run a play on you. The first thing you do is you access it and you don't engage. If you don't engage and the confrontation is what I call still brewing. So let's say somebody says some disrespectful things to you, you don't say nothing back to them, and they still talking, still talking. You gotta remove yourself from that environment. Cause there's nothing else to transpire besides chaos, bro. You get what I mean? It's nothing else transpiring after that. It's gonna be nothing but chaos. You're gonna wanna fight them. If they say certain words that strike you, you know what I mean? And that's all a part of their play. I don't know what the main end game of their play is, but in my situation, Buddy was trying to get me out of there, packed up, sent home today, never to return. He like, yeah, and I'm taking his benefits. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know what people plays are for you in public, but you gotta be able to see their plays, bro. Stop being prideful. Stop thinking like, oh, if you walk away from the situation, you lose respect. They're gonna think you're soft, and these people don't matter anyways. They're strangers. They're strangers. They don't matter at all. You go to Target right now, you're around a bunch of strangers, bro. Unless you see somebody you know personally. You're about strangers, bro. You go out in public at the gas station, the guy says you're a B. You want to fight for respect from who? Strangers? Come on now. These people don't care about you. They're strangers, bro. You know what I'm saying? They're strangers. Because people don't understand. They don't think when they go out like people are strangers. They don't have that perspective. They need validation from them. If somebody was to disrespect them, they need validation from them. You know what I'm saying? They need validation. That's why somebody would fight somebody in public, because they don't want to look like a PUSSY, bro. Really. That's why somebody will argue with another person in public. They don't want to look like a push. I don't want to say the word, but y'all know the word I'm trying to say. They got to prove themselves organic. That's one of the reasons. It's validation. And who do you have to prove yourself to except yourself? Because the people you trying to prove yourself to, they do not care. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, thanks for saying it for me, Shara. I don't like cussing, bro. I'm trying to take that out of my vocab. So they looking like, yo, you said block BLM. Oh yeah, he's saying all types of stuff. I ain't even see that. I got you, bro. Put him in some, get him out of here. I don't know where these guys be coming from, but yeah, it's like nobody cares, bro. When they see you fighting, only people we care about fighting is Javante Davis and these professional boxers, bro. You know what I'm saying? Nobody cares about regular people fighting, bro. We don't care. If people gonna lie to you and act like they care, they trying to send you off, bro. Nobody cares. You might go viral for getting your leg split, your head knocked off, but that's it. You know what I'm saying? No, exactly. Organic. You don't have to prove yourself to nobody. And people gotta let go of the pride to avoid confrontations. A lot of confrontations happen because of exactly what you just said, emotions, and they feel like they gotta prove something or get respect. You don't need none of that, bro. You have that already. It's inside of you. Do you respect yourself? You know what I'm saying? Do you know what your true potentials are? Do you know what capabilities you have as a human? This is all inside. Can't nobody random in public give you that off of you getting in a confrontation. They don't care. They too busy trying to figure out what's their capabilities, what's their true potential, what they are, what are they really like. So when you out there and somebody come with the confrontation play, it's a play. You gotta not go for the okey doke. I done almost went for the okey doke plenty of times. My last situation, I got in a confrontation and went to a fight, but I should have just walked out. I really wasn't trying to fight, bro. But when I think about the situation, I could have just walked out. I was on my way to smoke a wood, and that situation could have been serious after the fact, just because he felt unsatisfied with the results. That's another thing you guys don't think about when it comes to confrontation. Like, how does the other person feel about the results? Let's say you missed the Golden Gloves for real. You put the pause on this guy. My man's is leaking. He feels embarrassed. There's girls around, and his whip is close. You think you just scraped him and walked away, but he has other plans for you based on the results. That's one of the most key parts. Yeah, you might be Mr. Golden Glove. You might be 1, 2. How you can? But then it's like, what is the other person's mindset based on the results? Are they just gonna take that loss and be like, I'm gonna fight another day? That's from the 90s, bruh. Like, you dealing with new type of individuals. They don't want to take a loss. They don't want to get embarrassed, even if they started the confrontation. That's like the craziest part. The person that starts the confrontation, they don't want to lose. They want to get the upper hand. They want the W. They want to be a winner, even though they're the person starting everything. So when you beat them down, fam, you still not winning in a sense. Cause bro, when I scraped Buddy in a sense, he wanted to get his gun. He literally wanted to get his gun. The lady I was working with, who quote unquote was his girl, had to go kiss him and hug him and get the napkin and wipe the blood off his face. And I'm watching all of this like a movie, and I'm like, what the heck? This weird. And then he like, man, you still gonna be here? Watch, I'm about to be back. So she gotta literally go outside and talk to this man. But I'm looking like, dang, do I gotta get my? Is this serious? This wasn't even a 5 minute squabble. It was like 1:30 at most. You feel me? But it's me giving you insight. Like, dang, okay, the squabble wasn't even for real that serious. So yeah, save them for Friday, analyst. That's when it's busting. So it's like, why did he have that mindset based on the results? Exactly. When you don't react off emotions, BS don't happen. And if I engage with this guy, bro, I'm man enough to come on here and be like, yeah, bro, I used to bug out trying to engage with people. That's stupid. It's times things could have went left. Like, what if it, bro, was really serious? What if his girl wasn't able to calm him down because he felt like, I won, because he don't want to fight me. I ain't want to fight this guy. I don't know this guy. It's a random guy. Real talk. So he felt like he didn't like the results. Maybe he want to escalate to the next level. And it's like, okay, dang, now I got to go in the bathroom, get my stuff ready, and be paranoid. Even after the fact he left, bro, it's another dude that came in there was sizing me up. I'm thinking, man, he got to be with bro. Now I got to be I got to be paranoid because of one small situation, bro. One small situation. You feel me? That's how quick things escalate. One small situation spirals into a bunch of events, and it's like, bro, I ain't gonna lie. If Buddy would have came there in with his pole, I would have had to bust on him. No cap. I'm busting on him, bro. The place we was at wasn't even for that type of vibe. You get what I'm saying? It wasn't even that type of vibe. But I engaged in the confrontation. Boom. The results was in my favor, but the initiator of the confrontation didn't like it. Didn't like it. I ain't gonna lie. Even after the fight, I should have left. Who cares about work? My life could be on the line because I just scraped somebody and they talking about a gun. I'm steady at work. This is what I talked about earlier. Something transpired, is a negative vibe, is negative energy. I'm still there working. That when I'm still working, that's when I seen the other dude come in. I'm talking about he was literally in the store mugging me from behind the aisles like this. So I'm thinking like, what was he go? Is he coming here to get his lick back, get dude lick back? What was he gonna have to? What I'm gonna have to splash him in the store? Dude was like 6'5". They came in. I'm looking like this. My boy a little too big, but we gonna see what he on. But he literally mugged me the whole time. And he kind of looked like Buddy I fought earlier. Buddy I fought earlier was like 6'1". So they could be his older cousin or something. He like, yeah, go see Buddy at the store. He think he all that. Ooh, ooh. Cause I'm still working at the store after the fight. Why didn't I go home? I'm tweaking. If I could do that again, I would have left, bro. The same after I scraped, bro, and he said he was thinking about getting his gun, I would have left. I would have left. You know what I'm saying? I would have left. Because if I would have left, it wouldn't have been me paranoid and seeing the other guy, and none of that would have happened. Y'all got to start learning to leave. Don't even engage at first. I tell y'all stories of me engaging, so it's like, bro, you got to understand nobody's perfect. At some point, I was on a Bruce Banner. I was on a Bruce Banner time when somebody out there say something to me. That's fast, organic. You learn. That's what matters. That's why I want to tell this because I know a lot of my audiences is young. Mine is you organic, and a lot of people that's my age, y'all get what I'm saying, bro. You know what I'm saying? But a lot of the youngins, they always feel like they got something to prove, and a lot of that is gonna have you in situations that could ruin your life. I'm gonna tell you that. So start assessing situations. Start being like, nah, this person kind of crazy a little bit. I'm respectful. I'm different. I can't associate with that. I can't even talk to this person. And it's hard, especially when you feel like someone's disrespecting you, bro. Like for instance, the other day, bro, I'm really getting better with this. I'm chilling with a homie, right? Now keep in mind, this is a girl, bro. This is not my girl or nothing. This is a friend. We're talking. You know what I'm saying? I never been in this shorty's car, bro. This is my first time being in her car. I ain't chill with her in a minute. So we go into the car. I get in the car. We go into the store, bro. We drive into the store. I'm like, dang, what happened to your whip? Because, bro, if I pull up on you, the Marcus, the Don, and you ain't never seen my car, and in the front it got a dent, you gonna naturally ask me, yo, what happened to your whip? Why, yes? And I'm gonna say, oh, somebody crashed it. So she said somebody crashed it. So I'm like, oh, for sure. Cool. So we get to the store. I really went to get some woods, and I had bought some water and stuff, but we was supposed to go get some weed. We chopping it up. We had pulled back to get something from my crib, bro. And the person that hit Shorty car, they messed up the front end fender. So you know if the front end fender can't flex, you can't open your door all the way. So first off, when we get to the store, fam, I gotta get out the door. I'm not weak, so I'm gonna force the door open. I'm like, yo, the door don't open. She's like, oh, that's because the fender messed up. I'm like, oh, okay, dang, I ain't trying to break nothing. So I go in the store, come back, woo, get in the car. When we get to my crib, I dang near gotta slide out the car, but keep in mind, bro, I only rode in this car one time, so I done forgot the door you can't open. So I'm damn near from the end, you ain't that junk. And I'm like, oh, dang, I forgot I couldn't open the door all the way. Bro, I am not dissing Shorty's car at all. This is a decent Nissan, you heard? It's just, I was gonna use my whole force to force the door open, which I know I can. But then I had to remind myself, like, nah, I'm gonna break her door if I do that. So I had to slide out the whip. Bro, when I say that, Shorty starts going off. She's like, you need to, you know what I mean? Like, and I'm like, what you tripping right now? I ain't saying nothing crazy. She's like, cuz you trying to act like my car, something wrong with my car. You dissing my car. So I'm like, yo, you tripping right now, yo. I'm not even literally coming at you or nothing. I would just have to remind myself. This is a confrontation brewing right here. This is my friend, gang. I ain't never disrespected her or nothing. So I'm looking like, what the heck? You know what I mean? So as we walking back to my spot, bro, like I asked her, I'm like, yo, why you saying all this right now? I need to up and all this. I'm dissing your car, all this other stuff. I'm bougie, and I'm like, yo, bro, how am I bougie if I ride in the car with you, bro? You know what I'm saying? She was all in her head, organic. So as we walking, I could just tell that she's just upset about whatever she upset about. I don't know, bro. We just linked. So I say, you know what? I don't even want us to go get weed, bro. I just want you to pull off. When I say that, bro, she gets angry. But it's like, gang, I could see the confrontation coming right now. You're literally getting mad because I had to remind myself that I couldn't force your door open all the way to get out your car, bro. I've never been in here except for this time. Why are you bugging? So when you snapping, it's like, yo, you a female. I ain't gonna disrespect you because I could be like, yo, shorty, be louder than you, say all the words. But it's like, bro, as a guy, obviously I know it's easy to dominate a girl in an argument. Vocally, I can be louder. You could say hurtful things, and it's like, nah, this is my friend at the end of the day. Whatever's going on with her, she's bringing that confrontation to me, gang. You know what I mean? So I literally dismissed her, bro. And in dismissing her, her feelings was hurt. She like, oh, you acting weird, this and that. But I look at it like, nah, you not gonna try to like fight with me over nothing, bro. And you disrespectful in the sense of how you speaking to me, saying I need to shut the F up about something small. You know what I'm saying? So this is how things transpire, and you gotta see it, bro. I was literally able to see this, and we walk into my spot. Hopped out the car, and I'm like, yeah, you know what? When I asked her, I'm like, yo, why you saying all this right now? Cause I'm confused, bro. That's like a genuine question. And when I asked her, she like, cuz you trying to act bougie. How? I rode in the car with you, fam. This is my first time. You mad cause I can't open the door for real? I could literally force that junk open, bro. I'm not weak. And it would snap cause the fender couldn't flex. You know how the doors swing open. That junk could like only go to like literally like right here. So imagine you getting out for the second time and you not even thinking about that for the first time. You just opening the door. So as I'm opening the door, I'm not thinking that remembering the fender can't flex. So I'm from then I'm like, oh dang, I can't do that. I forgot I couldn't open it all the way. Shorty get mad off of that. Start going crazy. So I'm like, nah, you know what? We not going to pick up no smoke. You go chill. Solid Sims, what's up? You go chill, cool out. And she texted me, say I was weird. Uh, she wasn't being disrespectful. She felt like I was coming at her. And I'm like, nah, man. At the end of the day, I'm not gonna tolerate disrespect. You been my friend for a minute. I ain't never disrespected you. Don't pull up if you negative or in a bad vibe. And that's how it gotta be. At the end of the day, you go out there, you talking to somebody at the store, they got a negative vibe, bro. Dismiss them. Dismiss them. Y'all be too nice trying to entertain people, bro. I'm gonna dismiss you, bro. And it's gonna hurt your feelings more that I dismiss you than sit there and engage and go back and forth. Cause it literally hurt Shorty's feelings that I didn't argue with her. Cause I'm looking like, why am I arguing with you? About what? A situation that's in your head made up. It's different. I said this bum ass whip. You know what I mean? I know I could fry. Like I ain't say none of that, fam. My man, this weekend card, man. You know, like if I'm saying that, I get it, bro. Because it's like, yeah, now I'm trying to tone your ass. You heard? This month Flintstone card having that. Boulder fender having that bamboo straw, you know what I mean? Like, really go in. I ain't do none of that, fam. So I'm looking like, nah, shorty bugging, man. But all this little confrontation, I'm gonna shut this down right now with a dismissal. A dismissal is the crucial, crucial way to end a confrontation. You go to the store, somebody say something crazy, like, yeah, man, F you. You like, all right, for sure. Walk off on their ass. It's gonna throw them off, bro. When I told Shorty, I said, I don't want to get no more weed. She's like, really? I'm like, yeah, because you talking kind of crazy. And then she won't go back and forth. I'm like, nah, man, just text me or something. That's it. Cause bro, if imagine if I would have stayed with Shorty, got back in the car, bro, you never know what type of argument could have transpired from that. Why am I arguing with a friend of mine over nothing? Obviously, something going on with Shorty. That ain't got nothing to do with me. 9 times out of 10, when y'all go out there, a lot of stuff is going on with these people that want to fight y'all, bro. That want to argue with y'all. That want to go back and forth with y'all. Something's going on with them. It got nothing to do with you. So you got to dismiss that instantly, immediately. Don't even let it creep in. Don't let it creep in. They not expecting dismissal. She expected me to go back and forth with her because she was being disrespectful. She told me I needed to shut the F up. And my personality is masculine. It's like I'm not gonna let no girl just tell me to shut the F up. That's not my girl and I'm around her. You know what I'm saying? Like, you be arguing with your girl, things get heated, she might cuss you out and this and that. This is not my girl, brother. This is a friend. So you're not gonna tell me to shut the F up. Maybe that's how you talk to your friends or homegirls, but I'm a guy. You need to talk to me with respect. At the end of the day, if I'm coming at you, I don't gotta be indirect. I'm gonna be direct. I'm a direct guy. You know what I'm saying? So I'm like, nah, this is a brewing confrontation right here. Dismissal. And bro, you should have seen a look on her face. Like when I'm like, nah, you know what? Man, I don't even want to smoke no more. I'm good. We don't gotta do the weed. She's like, oh, you being weird. Now I'm being weird because I didn't engage. I didn't engage. She even try to keep talking. I'm like, man, just hit me with a text, bro. Once I say that, it's done. This the type of dismissal you gotta have for that in public. Because if you're not dismissing people, it's like they feel confident. Y'all going back and forth. They're getting charged up. This is what they want. This is a part of the play. Probably got more stuff lined up for you, but they gotta get you to where they want you to feel like, oh yeah, I'm ready to really argue with this person. I'm really ready to fight with this person. That's where they want to get you. So when you see the play coming from a mile away, bro, you gotta have an official dismissal ready. And it's gonna be early. Early. I'm talking about as soon as we walk into the crib, I'm like, nah, you know what? Nah. Cause I'm thinking in my head, like, yo, where's this confrontation coming from? Where? Y'all even had as with friends. You arguing with your friend for 5 minutes, you need to leave that friend and link up another time. I'm not telling you don't be with your friend, but it's like if you not the reason for a confrontation with your friend, bro, you need to dismiss them that day. Maybe y'all could be friends another month, but they gotta not come with confrontations, man. And this dismissal method works specifically to save your life in public. Because a lot of the people you coming across, they got a play for you. They're plays to get you mad, upset, worked up to the point you want to fight with them and you don't care about what happens. And then based on whatever happens, because the person who always starts the confrontation, they're either happy or not happy about the results, bro. And when they're not happy about the results, that's when everything's out the window. You know what I mean? You done seen people hit people with cars online. Like you done seen all types of stuff involving physical confrontation. And it's like 9 times out of 10, when the person who starts the confrontation is not happy with the ending results, everything is out the window at that point. They're ready to just do whatever. And this is what you guys are going into, engaging. Your dismissal got to come early. Dismissal got to come real early, man. Like I don't went to the bank one time, and this shorty was trying to argue with me, bro. I literally stepped out of line. When I stepped out of her line, bro, because I'm cashing a big decent check. You not arguing with me. I'm happy. I'm finna cash this check. I don't care if you having a bad day. I don't care if somebody ruin your day. You trying to give me a hard time, step out of line. When I step out of line, she's like, why'd you move up some? I'm gonna just let somebody else go. Boom, somebody else go. All I was waiting for another teller to open up. The girl over there was having a great day. Went over there, she cashed the check. I'm out of there. Cause why I gotta deal with this teller right here that obviously I know is gonna be a confrontation with her. This how you gotta be coming. If you're not coming like this, man, you might be in situations. You know what I'm saying? You said people don't know what to do they don't know what to do when you play their game. Exactly. And I give you an example of that. I used to work at a gas station, and this was a prime example, bro. I remember this lady had came in. She was upset about the gas, right? And she was expecting me to argue with her. So she's like, man, what's going on with the gas? You guys are always out of gas. And I was like, you're right, miss. I'm sorry about that. You're right. We're always out of gas. At the end of the day, they need to make sure we're stocked up on gas here. Dude, when I said that to her, it was like she didn't know how to feel or what to say. She wanted me to be like, man, it ain't my fault. So she can get off whatever else she had waiting for me. You know what I'm saying? She had a lot waiting for me. But when I apologize, I'm like, yeah, you right, miss. I'm definitely sorry about that. We always do run out of gas. You have a valid point. You know, if I was in charge of making sure we was fully stocked up on the gas, you wouldn't have that issue. She was like flabbergasted because she's coming with the confrontational energy, bro. The dismissal was served early, sent out swift. And when she received it, it was like, dang, this is one of the nicest dismissal ever. That's how your dismissal gotta come. You can't dismiss someone after you don't argue with them. You don't argue with them for 2 minutes, bro. It's hard. You know what I'm saying? He said, bro, that's happened at my job the other day. Someone came in trying to complain and wanted to argue, and I was just kind and trying to help them, and they were shocked. Exactly. Because they come in with that confrontation ammunition, and they want to go to war. Yeah, can't fight fire over fire. You gotta put the water on that joint, douse that out real quick, boom. And it literally confuses these people. It's like they're almost like in a way disappointed, but they're confused because it's like, dang, how did you know I had a play on you? You know what I mean? You know what I mean? Organic. She was like, how did he know I had a play on him? Because, bro, of course, you have nothing to do with this negative energy and vibe that this person is carrying, but they're waiting for somebody to dump that off on, somebody to make them feel more valid about why they're feeling like this. So when they get into a confrontation, it gives them endorphins, bro. Imagine somebody walk around mad all day, sad all day. They just waiting for somebody to fight with. Then they find somebody to fight with. Now they feel better because they've been wanting to fight all day. This is how some people walk around. And when you give them that dismissal, it's like, dang, how do you know I was trying to run a play? You know how what was it? Scooby-Doo? Bro, I don't want to use Scooby-Doo or whatever, but Scooby-Doo, every time Scooby-Doo and them caught the monster would say, stupid meddling kids. I would have got away if it wasn't for Scooby-Doo. That's like the thought of the person coming with that type of energy. It's like once you serve them that dismissal organic, it's like, dang, how did he know I was running the play? And bro, you gotta serve the dismissal early, bro. I like that you did that, bro, because you saw the play. You saw the energy that was coming. You was like, nah, I can't exchange with this. I'm telling you, every time you give them that dismissal early, that's the moment. Think of that moment from Scooby Doo when the monster was like, stupid meddling kids. I would have got away with it if it was from Scooby Doo. That's what they thinking in their head, like, dang man, organic machine, you saw my play, bruh. I don't know what to do right now. You feel me? And that's probably the way the lady looked. Cause she ready to come in there and let y'all have a chatterbox of her emotions early. And you were like, nah, I see that coming. You know what? Here's a nice dismissal, man. A smooth dismissal right there. Yeah, because if you engage, then then try to dismiss. It's not gonna work, bro. Because you already done engaged. That's why it's like your dismissal comes first before even defending whatever your honor, your respect, because that's what most people would say they're doing in that situation. It's like, oh, bro, your dismissal got to come early, off the jump, bro, off the jump. I even had a situation like that at a job where I dismissed it, but I was in the environment still, so the dismissal didn't work. You know what I'm saying? And I had a shorty. I don't like arguing with women, bro. I'm a guy. Only time I might disagree is with my girl because we're in a romantic relationship. Feelings are involved. It makes sense to me. But I don't even like arguing with my shorty. So I'm in a store and I couldn't help a girl do something with her car, bro. So she starts snapping on me, bro. Let me have it. So I'm just letting her get her rocks off. That's what I was told to do when it comes to women, bro. It's like, yeah, let your girl get her words off, bro. Like, cause you can't really argue with her. You feel me? Cause when you argue with her, she starts to lose respect for you, and that goes for any girl. So she was going, but I ain't respond out once. I swear on my life, God in heaven knows. She just kept going, and I'm still on the register, but I should have like just let my homie ring people up and went back and deed off. You know what I'm saying? But bro, the fact that I'm still ringing people up, this girl has the ability to see me. I'm not responding. Is got her boiling to the point she's just going to the point I say one thing, bro. And I, she said my mom's a bee, all types. My grandma, you know how it is when a shorty trying to chew you up. So I'm like, man, shut your ass up, man. The only bee here is you. When I say that one thing, bro, that was the ignition. Now her man want to fight. You know what I mean? Like, but that's a perfect example, bro, of what I'm trying to tell you, bro. Although I dismissed Shorty, I was in the environment of the energy still, so it was impossible to stop this energy from brewing, because this energy is inside of this person, is fueling, and they're like, man, how do I get him? How do I get him? How do I get him? The moment I said, nah, man, Shorty, your ass up, man. You the only being here. That's all she needed. Now the guy, he ready to fight. Cause I say one thing. So I'm when he say he ready to fight, boy, I'm ready to fight. Cause you don't let your girl insult me this whole time. You ain't check on my boy. So now I'm ready to get on him. Now we at the next level of things, which is the escalation. We never got to the physical part, but even that same dude, I was about to engage with him again, and this time I was thinking more diabolical. I told the story about that. You know what I mean? That same dude, I was about to put his lights out, bro. On some, yeah, it's like that. Cause he came in again with the same energy, and this time he said he had something for me. Okay, well, thank you for letting me know what I have for you, but I ain't gonna let you know what I got for you, cause I'm a thinker. I don't want you to think I don't got nothing for you. What do you have for me? You better have it ready, cause what I have for you, it's coming. Yeah, it's here. So that was how I was thinking with the same guy. And that situation, bro, it would have, and then I wouldn't be making no videos from y'all. I'd be doing TikToks behind bars and shit like that. You know, dancing, making crazy food. You know what I mean? Brick pieces. Trying to blow up on TikTok from there. You know what I'm saying? So I tell y'all a real situation because I genuinely care about y'all right now. Y'all gotta be smooth outside, man. It's a lot of people that's unhappy. They're walking around with a lot of energy, bro. He said diabolical. You had bad energy, another positive in your brain. The brain part's foggy. No, I had good energy. I just let somebody get me to a point of rage, what I like to call Bruce Banner. When you let somebody get you to a point of rage, you can't think straight. And every human has had that happen. You know what I'm saying? Real G's don't gotta talk the big talk. They just be about it. Exactly organic. And I was looking at him like, bro, cause you coming in saying you got something for me. Wait till I get off. Those are threats, bro. I'm not taking no threats lightly from anyone. I'm not gonna move on a threat accordingly. In that situation, he said he waited for me outside. Yeah, he said Eminem TikTok now facts. So if Buddy waiting for me outside, I ain't going outside empty. I don't know what he got waiting for me. So I spin him, bro. When I spin him, this how I knew he wasn't really hip to what goes on in the street, bro. Cause you never let nobody spin you. Like, let's say me and Organic, we got problems, right? And I see Organic at a Target, and I really got smoke Organic. The way that I think, bro, I'm gonna try to bust on Organic, bro. I'm not gonna lie. I'm gonna walk up on Organic and bust on him. The reason why I'm saying I'm gonna bust on Organic because it's on site. That's the moment I want to fight with him. This and that. Now, that's how things was for me growing up. So when this guy comes into my job and he like, I got something for you. Wait till you get off, bro. I'm getting off in the next 5 minutes. That's what I say. He like, I bet. I'm gonna be ready. So when he say that, I'm like, oh, okay, for sure. But this my gig though, bro. Tell you what, meet me at the church. When I say meet me at the church, you say I bet. So, bro, when you say I bet, I'm like, oh, he's a goofy. He's a fish. Cause, bro, why would you go where I tell you to go? That mean you not even street smarts. I ain't going to no church. You tell me to go to the church. If I really got something for you, I'm serving you wherever you at, bro. It's coming there. I'm bringing it there. That's how I expect guys to move. So when I tell him, yeah, go to the church, he's like, yeah, I'm going to the church. I'm thinking he's a fish. He's ready to get out of there. Because you're going where I'm telling you to go. You don't even know what I'm thinking to do to you over there. The church was a duck off. It's mad dark over there. At the gas station, there's mad lights. You know what I'm saying? Like cameras, parking cars in the parking lot, people getting gas. So I'm already thinking ahead, bro. I don't know what you really got for me. It could be serious. I know you ain't talking about your fist. So what do you have? You feel me? So I'm like, nah, I can't turn your lights off here at the gas station. I gotta have you at an isolated location. And then imagine you already there waiting on me. I'm pulling up, handing, handing. I'm not pulling up to talk, bro. All that stuff is movie, bro. Like I'm pulling up, handing. That mean you waiting on me. You was a sitting duck. I'm the hunter. When I pull up, geese. You know what I'm saying? So I let somebody get me to that level of thinking, bro. And then the worst part is like, dang, I'm so messed up. I believe in God. I'm sending this guy to a church. I sent Buddy to the church, bro. Why would I believe in the Lord. I love the Lord. I'm gonna do this at the church. We hunting ducks at the church? Nah. I'm bugging. You know what I'm saying? I'm bugging, bro. So I don't know who Sudden Silence is, but we love the Lord over here, man. I'm sorry, man. You got to dip. You know what I mean? That boy wildin'. But yeah, so that's how I was thinking at the time, man. And all that was from a confrontation, gang. One confrontation. Personally, I was silly because the same dude, when I call this girl a B in front of him, he never fought me. He didn't throw a punch. He didn't do nothing. He just talked. So this same guy, I'm looking like it's a serious threat, and I'm tweaking because he's really not. But it's like just having the mindset you just can't underestimate everybody is what really pushed me. You know what I mean? You can't underestimate anybody. You might be a coward, but a coward hides their hands. You feel me? Nah, I believe in God, man. I love the God. I love God, bro. God saved my life, man. I'm God's soldier. At the end of the day, that's what I'm about. Whoever wants to worship someone else, that's on you, bro. Everybody has a different life. I'm not gonna sit here and talk about what you worship. That's up to you. I worship God. You know what I'm saying? I worship the Lord, bro. Fortunately, that's what I like. You could like what you like. You know what I mean? A lot of y'all saying some crazy stuff in the chat, but it's like that's your life, brother. I live this life. You know what I'm saying? You said maybe dude ain't want to go sit down. Nah, I don't know what dude was on. Dude was tripping. I'm drinking water, but the water looks yellow because I put turmeric in the water. So, a lot of times I put turmeric in my water because turmeric kills parasites. You feel what I'm saying? So I don't know. All these waters they be saying fancy and all that, man. I just put turmeric in there. Turmeric is a good for your body. Turmeric is a mineral. It's like a natural mineral. You know what I mean? They barely talk about it. Yup, Shara, no. So you could have turmeric tea with ginger. Yup, exactly. So what I do is I throw it in all my waters. You feel me? So I'm naturally just drinking that junk. You know what I'm saying? Sipping with the water. Cause even if I got parasites in my body, I want them joints out of there. You know what I mean? Exactly, organic. Yeah. But see, this is the part that I love a lot about the chat because even comments, I could tell mentally where y'all are at. You feel me? Because most people don't know about turmeric. They don't know about what's the other one, man? I got it in the cloves. They don't know about cloves. You know what I'm saying? Like cloves are another thing you supposed to be drinking. So but these are things you gotta really know about, man, and knowledge and have knowledge to. He said, "You're the fakest guy I've ever seen." Well, I'm sorry, Sean. I guess somebody real that's supposed to impress you guys to come. Papaya seeds. Yeah, I need to get some papaya seeds, man. This, bro, all that stuff is so fire, man. He said turmeric is the real spelling. Now I know what you meant. Natural alternatives is the move. Big pharma. Yup. Hey, you already know. You 100% on that, man. YT don't want me talking about that on here, though, man. It's guidelines on here. You know what I'm saying? But you 100% right. Organic packer. I would love to get some papaya seeds, man. I want to, like, literally, I had to change my diet because I had got an infection from eating Wendy's one time, bro. Got an eye infection, bro. Shit was crazy. My eye almost was shut. You feel me? So I literally changed my diet. My diet is potatoes, fish, like rice. But I would love to get a juicer. I told y'all about the juicer. I want to press all my juices, bro. I just want to have the fridge full of juices, gang. You know what I'm saying? Then for my snacks, I'm 32, bro. For my snacks, I want healthy snacks, man. Almonds, like fruits for snacks. So all that, yeah, I had got a infection on my eye. It was like I don't know what to call it, bro. It was like fat. Sorry, that joint, I couldn't even see out that joint. It looked like Mike Tyson punched me. And that was when I ate Wendy's. So I had to cut down fast food and all that. If y'all look at my channel, bro, I be eating all like cultural foods. You feel me? He said, bro, the food is very different. You are what you eat. That's facts, Phantom. So if you look at my channel, I'm eating greens. I'm eating natural like plants from the earth. You dig what I'm saying? Like, and a lot of what I'm eating is like beneficial for the body, bro. You feel me? He said we gotta start getting together with like-minded people and start buying land. Man, organic. I wish I had money to get some land right now, bro. Like you literally just saying that just gave me, I don't know, like an excitement because I think about it every day. I would love to have a backyard where I can plant vegetables, fruits. Just it's the money though, man. It's the money. And right now, a lot of things that's stopping me is the money, man. Eventually, when I get money, I want to start even doing giveaways to y'all, bro. Because at the end of the day, y'all are good people, man. Minus the trolls and all that. It's like I would love to do giveaways, be more interactive. I just got to get to the money right now. Once I touch the money, it's like I should be good. You know what I'm saying? But I'm good right now mentally. It's just the bag, but organic. I want it. I want land, bro. No fertilizer, yeah, none of that. All natural, found. Like, yeah, that's what I'm on, man. Dude, it's crazy though because it's like you gotta literally jump out of normal life to have all of that. You know what I'm saying? He said, "Get your money up and not your funny up, buckets." Nah, buckets. I'm trying to get my money up right now. Everybody trying to get their money out right now. I really want to get the bread up right now. It says NG, 32 years old, and had to stay in your eye because you saw dogs. It happened to me. Had a sty in your eye. You saw a dog. I ain't see no dog. I just went and had Wendy's, Amanda, and that joint had my eye messed up. He said land is the best investment. Look at all the people with lots of money. Yeah, bro. I wish I could buy some land, bro. Listen, organic. I'm gonna say this. I wish I could just buy some land. I don't care if I put a tiny home on that and I don't have nothing, bro. Or I'll put a mobile home or like a camper on that home, and I live on there until I can develop it. You know what I'm saying? Like it's just a matter of the cheese, though, man. But you gotta understand. I personally feel like my whole life, um, when I didn't have this knowledge, I was getting money. You know what I'm saying? And but it was illegitimately it was a lot of haram. What they say haram is like bad ways. You know what I'm saying? So I was always getting the money. I never had a problem getting money when I was trapping, doing all this other. But then it's like once I'm like, all right, look, I'm gonna purify. What I meant was purifying is like I ain't gonna lie, bro. I ain't gonna steal, bro. I ain't gonna try to fight every battle. You know what I'm saying? Like then I started having a lot of financial struggles, bro. Like when I say financial struggles, bro, I got a business mind, bro. You know what I mean? I'm hustling outside of not working. I'm selling cars, fashion accessories, shoes, hats. Some of the clothes y'all see me wear is like I sell clothing, bro. Fashion clothing to people around my neighborhood and stuff like that. But it's like once I started to like get this mindset that I have of don't engage in confrontations, man. Don't do recreational sexual activities if you're not really in love with a person. I start having a lot of financial problems. It's like, dang, because what I feel like they notice is like, bro, once I get to the money, it's over. He said, God is good, bro. Go to my fan. Nah, that's facts. But hey, somebody said something one time. They said, bro, we should be able to walk down the street, pick an apple off the tree, and eat that junk, bro. They weren't lying. But I be wondering, like, dang, why they selling apples in stores, bro? Nah, they finessing. Cause, bro, think about it. You could walk down the street and see an apple tree in somebody's yard. Am I lying? You go down the street. I done seen green apple trees, bro. It says to get to the light. Yeah, now that's facts. That's facts. But I personally feel like it's for that specific reason I just told you though. It's like the mindset shift. Cause when I was doing everything else I was doing, bro, I ain't had none of these money problems. I'm telling you, I was always bagged up. Talking about bagged up, organic. Then they was like, nah, he got the right mindset right now. We gotta make it tough for that boy. He said, am I Jamie? Yeah, I'm Jamie from Timu, man. Timu Fox. You know what I mean? Call me. He said, bagged up. Yeah, I was bagged up. He said, food is free. Yeah, organic. That's why I said what I said. It's supposed to be free, bro. Apples, bananas. We should just be able to pick that joint off the trees. But then when you start looking at the trees, them joints don't be having fruits like that for real. Most you'll see is a cherry tree and an apple tree. That's it. I mean, you see the little cherry trees, and then you see sometime the green apple tree. You don't never see nothing else. But then you gotta understand that's all part of the setup to everything, man. It's a part of the play. If we had that, they wouldn't be able to make bread in stores because they sell all that in stores: kiwi, bananas, apples. Like why can't we just pick that off the tree, gang? A CNN mayor, he said, "Hey, Fredo from CNN Mayor." I don't even know who that is. Who's Fredo? I thought you talking about Fredo Santana, Chief Keef homie. Nah, rest in peace, Fredo Santana, man. Everybody know Fredo Santana, RIP. But just having these type of conversations with y'all is good though. But it's more Patreon talk, man. At the end of the day, everything's set up a certain way. Um, for you to either go down and crumble or wake up and have a bright idea. You dig what I'm saying? That's it. When most people figure out food, a lot of people wouldn't even be eating at the restaurants. I had watched this documentary one time that made me slow down and eat meats. You feel me? You know, I used to like eat chicken and all that, like even ribs. You dig what I'm saying? All of that. And then I watched this one documentary. It was on YouTube. It was a true story about one of the best barbecue spots down south. I don't know the name of the place, right? But my man's was mixing, you know, my type meat with the beef, and people will be like, "Oh my God, your meat is so tender, it melts in your mouth. The best barbecue." Whole time, they was in there, they eating this. You heard they, they in there eating this, bro. They eat leg arm. You know what I'm saying? He said when you start working on, don't stop and give up, keep going until you finish. Nah, that's facts, Muhammad. You know what I mean? Ain't no giving up, bro. I gotta make it. You cooking tacos tonight? I like tacos. Oh yeah, bring everybody in the chat tacos. Tacos on Amanda Q rolls, man. What kind of tacos are there? The birrias with the consume. You gotta give it a stupid cheesy birrias with the consume. Nah, facts. Now I don't really eat pork, man. Pork is bad. I don't eat beef. I don't eat pork at all. I don't eat no pork. I stopped eating pork a long time ago when I heard what it does to the body. I don't like pork. I only eat chicken. Mostly I like fish, but even then the fish is just the mercury levels is crazy in the fish, but it's like I'd rather eat fish. You say you never know how McDonald's order meat for billions of burgers. Exactly. But people don't want to think like that though. They think like it's an endless amount of cows, chickens, and all that. And it's like, nah, bro, it's too many people in the world, bro. It's too many people in the world. Like, even, I'm gonna give y'all an idea, bro. Like, y'all do this when I end the live, right? Y'all gotta go and look. Cause bro, I was talking to this guy, bro. This is a brain buster right here. I was talking to this guy from in Australia, bro. And he told me it was like 2.8 million people in Australia, right? And I'm like, damn, 2.8 million. I'm like, man, which country has the most people or something? And he didn't really know, but then he told me China had like 1.8 billion. So then I got to thinking, I'm like, nah, bro, hold on. So how many people are really in the world? When y'all go look up the real number for the amount of people in the world, bro, it's way more people in the world than they can count for, bro. I'm telling you, bro. When y'all get off the live, do a Google search and you're not gonna find the truth. So you're individually gonna have to Google each location for each place because Google is gonna give you some AI answer, bro. You're gonna have to Google the population for China, Australia, and you're gonna start then go and look out the amount of people in the world is not gonna match, bro. It's not. He said, I live in one of the most rural parts of the world. I'm self-sustained for the most part. Facts only. I'm in the USA, bro. USA. You know what I'm saying? Literal trash. That's a horrible statement, my boy. You been eating too much barbecue, huh? Yeah. Nah, haven't. I love you too. I love you too, man. My boy literal trash been eating too much barbecue. He said he can't give up that barbecue. You know what I mean? That boy said human meat don't taste that bad. Nah, bro, you gotta stop. You gotta chill, boy. But I love y'all, man. I'm gonna be live later tonight, man. We're gonna do a story time tonight. Dan, you in the Appalachian Mountains, bro. That's lit. You in one of them secluded cribs out there. You got some bread. You know what I mean? My boy out there in the mountains, you've heard? That's lit. I wouldn't mind living in the mountains or like the hills. He said we only have 2,000 people in our county. Dang. Nah, y'all definitely secluded, bro. That is crazy. Nah, having love, man. Love, you good too, man. You know, we relate to each other, man. Organic Machine Dean is good too, man. You know, I love all y'all, bro. Y'all be safe out here, man. Be smooth. And remember, man, you don't have to like I said, you don't have to engage. You can't dismiss after engaging, so the dismissal gotta come early, man. I want y'all to be smooth. You said no bread. I live on family land. Bro, that's lit though, man. Facts only. That's lit, bro. You gotta document that, man. He said the worst is said, wow, my count is 1.2 million. But listen, Word Smith, you once you get there looking up, every continent's population is gonna blow your mind because you're gonna start thinking like, ain't no way, bro. You said you got a sub, love, love. Nah, for real though, organic. I also do like try to entertain and chat. So Freestyle Friday. On Fridays we do freestyle chat battles, man. So if you want to come in, be entertained and laugh, you could come in there also. And yo, Bearded Viking Woods, what's up? You could come in there also. Uh God is love, bro. Having before I get off the live, I'm gonna tell you what God really is, in my opinion. You could come in there, machine, and be entertained. But when you say tell you about God, from my perspective, God is love, bro. You know what I mean? That's the best way to describe God. So a lot of people who carry love in their hearts, they're with God, bro. A lot of people who carry hate and evil within their hearts, they're not with God. You know, and once you're like with God, you treat people nice, you care about people, you don't want to hurt people, you don't want to take advantage of people. That's what God is, bro. At the end of the day, God is love. You know what I mean? Love. Love is one of the strongest emotion besides being authentic. I struggle with saying that word, but authentic. Yeah, you gotta be authentic because that's what God created. Does that make sense? Like this is who I am. This is what God created. You know, you are what God created. So a lot of people struggle with that, loving who they are and being authentic because they get away from God. You know, once you get away from God, you chasing other things. It's hard to like still have the same love in your heart and still be as original as you once were. So just remember, God is love. And in order to be closer to God, you got to keep your authenticity. You know what I mean? I struggle with saying that. I ain't gonna lie, but that's something you got to keep, bro. That would make you special. Y'all wouldn't like me if I was trying to be like everybody else. I'm me. This really me, bro. If I go outside right now, this me. Like if I'm playing Call of Duty right now, yo, this is me, gang. Like I don't know how to not be this. And I like that, bro. I always been like this, man. And even in high school, bro, I used to get like eraser tops, bro. I be in class, I got a eraser top. You know what the eraser top is? The high top like this when it wasn't cool, bro. I got pictures of this. Next thing you know, it was like a whole wave of people getting old school haircuts. You feel me? So it's like when you talk about originality, I've always had that, man. I had the eraser top. I remember I came to school, my friends was like the slanted eraser top, like my head was like this. You know what I mean? Like Will Prince, Fresh Prince, Will Smith vibes. They like, boy, you done got the old retro cut, boy. Who you think you is? But it was before the wave. But I just thought that joint was hot. Came in, crispy line, eraser top. I'm in there learning with the eraser top, looking like I could have been one of the cast in Fresh Prince of Bel-Air. I'm getting clown for this though. They like, boy, what made you want to do that, boy? Yeah, the Kid and Smith joint, the smooth Kid and Play joint. Yeah, I'm in there. I put this in my life, bro. I'm in there in high school with this, and this might have been my sophomore year, or something. Cause literally junior and sophomore, senior year, bro, this was the wave on everything, bro. Junior and senior year, it was the wave. The eraser top joint was the wave, and that was like 2009, 2010 probably. But I had it first. You know what I'm saying? Like even with the mask right now, I'm not saying I'm the wave with the mask, but it's like this my identity on here. Everybody want to see my face. Maybe one day I do a face reveal, but it's like you gotta love me now, bruh. You feel me? Love me now. You loving me now, show me you real. Don't love me when you think I'm attractive or you don't think I'm attractive. Like that's how most people move. But I could genuinely tell who loves me through the chat for real, like based on what we talk about in their responses. Because they don't care how I look, they care about what I say, the message I'm coming with. So that's the authentic part of me. A lot of people get on here, they try to be other people, bro. I don't know how to be nobody else. Some people get in here and say, you Duke Dennis. I am not Duke Dennis. Duke Dennis is Duke Dennis. There'll never be another Duke Dennis, bro. What I do is what YS does. There'll never be another Kai. They get in here and say, I'm Snoop Dogg. I can't be Snoop Dogg, bro. I'm YS East. So at the end of the day, all I know is YS. I don't know nothing else. So I suggest everybody lock in with yourself because you gotta know who you are. Like, you know what I'm saying? I know what ticks me off. Personally, I know I'm somebody that doesn't like to be around like certain type of people that don't have good tendencies. Then I'm gonna become a different person. You know what I mean? So to keep my authenticness, I stay to myself. You know what I'm saying? Like these are things you gotta realize about yourself. That way you're not around certain people. I used to be around a bunch of different people that I really wouldn't even want to be around. You know what I'm saying? He said it's my female hijab. Man, hey, Nike better send me an official hijab, you heard? YS with the hijab, man. Ain't nothing wrong with rocking the hijab, boy. What's wrong with the hijab? Cute puppy. He said it's my female hijab. Like, you got Shira dying off of that. My boy got the hijab on. Hijab YS in this joint. I might change the name to hijab YS. Boy, if I change the name, if I change the name to hijab YS, I'm gonna have 1 million followers by tomorrow. You heard? Nah, I'm gonna change the name to Hijab YS. Bro, do you know how much big of a community that the Islamic community has? Is a huge community, bro. If I change my name to Hijab YS and everybody would tune in that got a job, is over. I'm just cracking a joke though, but cute puppy, that was funny, bro. I ain't gonna lie, that made me laugh. That really made me laugh though. I need to get some new face masks for y'all, man. I actually got glasses that I could wear that are actual face masks, but it's coloration. So it's like unless I wear the clear one, but then y'all see my face. So I had to wear one of the color joints, the purple. I got a purple one, a aqua blue. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna have to rock one of those. One of these days, I'm gonna get on here. It's my product. It's a face glasses like a G mask, but it's glasses though. So I might get on here one day and retire the bakavla. You know what I mean? Put the face mask on for y'all. Like the glasses, I'll be like, oh, that John saucy. Then I'll tell you, yeah, go get it at the Patreon. It's at the Patreon. It's on the Patreon, bro. I tell y'all, go to the Patreon. But in order to do that, I gotta wait till it's like 100 in the chat. You know what I mean? We gotta sell out in over a minute. But now it's some fire merchandise though. Is I got my own pair of face shields, face masks, different colors. I have some for women, men. I got some for those who just want to have a neutral color, maybe for their job. It can be used as a protective face cover, PPE, or just style, bro. Some of them joints make you look like you from the future for real. So I might bring them on tonight. I'm gonna bring some more. I might bring some more on tonight so y'all can see, man. Cause I'm gonna do a story time tonight. You heard? You know what I mean? But love all y'all, man. Message is avoid confrontations. Dismiss it early. You know what I mean? And if you are still in the environment after the fact, you need to leave. You know what I mean? And now I'm from NY though, wordsmith, but nothing is wrong with you leaving a situation, bro. It doesn't take respect away from you because respect is within. Everything you need is within. You can't get it from anyone outside of here. You know what I'm saying? Like respect, love, all that stuff starts from within, man. You know what I mean? Y'all be yourselves, what no matter what, bro. Somebody either gonna like you or they not gonna like you. You know what I mean? I'd rather somebody be like, man, I don't like you, YS. Cause then I love that. Like I know this person don't really like me. I don't gotta do anything special. This person would never rock with me. You know what I mean? So I could just be YS as compared to you trying to be someone else to impress somebody that if you was to ask that person, you like me, and they be like, man, I don't even like you. Then you'll be like, damn, I don't even know why I spent all this time trying to impress you. Just be yourself. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, y'all just be yourself, bro. That go a long way. I'm telling you, cause don't nobody know how to be you but you. Hey, I love y'all, yo. I'm gonna see y'all. I'm gonna see y'all tonight, man. We're gonna do a story time about how I literally might have seen some extraterrestrial stuff. You know what I mean? Really. And I even made a song about this, but yeah, we're gonna talk about that tonight, man. I love y'all.